Parts and functions of human brain. Cerebrum. Human brain superior view. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain and has two hemispheres, left and right hemisphere. Cerebrum is a highly developed part of the central nervous system and controls various functions like speech, vision, thought process, movement of limbs, creativity and emotions. Cerebrum is divided into various lobes for different functions. Frontal lobe associated with motor functions and emotions, thought process. Temporal lobe associated with hearing and speech. Occipital lobe associated with vision. Parietal lobe associated with sensations like touch, temperature, pain and language processing. Corpus callosum. The bridge that coordinates activities between the left and right hemisphere. Ventricles are the open spaces in the brain which contain cerebrospinal fluid which helps maintain the intracranial pressure and nutrition of the brain and spinal cord. Cerebrospinal fluid is produced in the choroid plexus formed by small capillaries lining the ventricles. Ventricles are 4 in number. Cerebellum. Cerebellum controls the balance of the body and prevents falls while running or walking. It is present right below and behind the cerebral hemispheres. It also controls repetitive movements and muscle tone. Thalamus is an olive-shaped organ that has an important function in directing sensory input to the appropriate place in the cerebral cortex. Sensory input from the body, the eyes, ears and other senses except for smell pass through the thalamus. Hypothalamus. An almond-sized hypothalamus has an important job of connecting central nervous system to endocrine system via pituitary gland. The hypothalamus controls important aspects of attachment behaviors, body temperature, hunger, thirst, fatigue, sleep, and circadian rhythms. When you are hungry or thirsty, your hypothalamus tells you to eat or drink. Hippocampus. It is the most studied part of human brain that resembles a seahorse. The main function of hippocampus involves human learning, memory and also feelings and reaction. Short-term and long-term memories start here. The hippocampus is one of the few places in the brain where new nerve cells are generated. Any damage to this area can cause illnesses such as Alzheimer's disease, amnesia, epilepsy. People with severe depression lose volume in hippocampus. Pons. It serves the nerve fibers coming from the cerebrum and going down to the spinal cord. It also gives rise to a number of cranial nerves. Medulla oblongata. It is responsible for the maintenance of breathing and heart rate. Certain cranial nerves also arise from medulla. Medulla joins the brain to spinal cord. Amygdala. The amygdala is shaped like an almond and consists of a group of neurons which plays a critical role in how human beings experience, process, and recognize emotions. It is like a switch that helps you associate things with personal experiences. We have 2 amygdalae in our brain. The amygdalae are considered to be part of the body's limbic system. What are neurons? Neurons are a special type of nerve cells that can send and receive electrical and chemical signals in your brain. Normal cells in our body have timely death and regeneration. However, we are born with 100 billion neurons that don't reproduce or regenerate. They aren't replaced once they die. What is pituitary gland? The pituitary is an important gland in our body and it is often referred to as the master gland. It controls several of the other hormone glands including the thyroid, adrenals and fertility. What is gray matter? Gray matter is darker regions of brain close to the outer parts of the brain and some parts of inner brain. They are not gray, they just appear dark. Gray matter is also present in spinal cord. What is white matter? White matter is wrapped in myelinated axons that looks like pathways that connect to multiple regions of the brain including both hemispheres. White matter is essentially fatty substance that appears white. Broca's area. Located in the rear of the frontal lobe, responsible for understanding speech and language, directs muscle movements involved in speech. What is a gyrus? Folds or bumps on the surface of the cerebrum is called as gyrus.